Here with Zach Lowe, Richard Jefferson, Kendrick Perkins. I continue to refresh my phone here because Woj is on fire with all of these deals. But I want to start with Kyrie Irving here. What do you think, Zach, is the most realistic outcome?
I still think staying in Dallas is the most realistic outcome just because they lived through the Jalen Brunson departure already and they traded real stuff to get Kyrie Irving. But look, once a player gets unrestricted free agency, you never know. And there is a team in Houston sitting there with cap space. But Dallas, Kyrie's got some leverage over Dallas. They cannot live through another big talent walking out the door for nothing.
What has been the move thus far, Richard, that has made you go, oh, snap?
There hasn't been any really oh snap moments. I think it's still to come. I do like Taurean Prince to the Lakers, mainly because they needed wing depth. And look, he's a 3-and-D guy. They needed more of that. I did that. I do like Bruce Brown. Get your money, big fella. You won your championship. Get your money. And Kuzma, right? A lot of guys going right back.
Perk, what's that move for you? Back up the minivan, baby.
Back up the Brinks truck. And look, when Kyle Kuzma got traded from the Lakers after winning the NBA championship, he went prove to the world, and he went did his thing in Washington and earned every single dollar of that $102 million. And I applaud him. A young player that didn't feel sorry for himself and went got that bread.
It's amazing. You feel great about Kuzma's numbers with the Wizards, but not Porzingis. Continue.
No. I was saying back up the minivan because George Niang headed to...
Kuzma got a championship.
Well, there you go. What's that bit move been for you thus far, Zach?
I think Bruce Brown, that's a big deal to go to the Pacers and a big loss for the champs who are. This is what happens when teams get expensive. You got to replace role players with youth and guys you drafted. And George Niang to Cleveland, they needed shooting. He's not a 3, but he's, kind of versatile, another big man.
They also needed some toughness. They needed some toughness. They got bullied against the Knicks. And so I think George Niang, even if he's not the bully, he's going to challenge some people to not get bullied.
One other move that our Ramona Shelburne reported for Jerami Grant, 5 years, $160 million. That's what Clutch CEO Rich Paul is telling Ramona Shelburne. What do you make of that?
It's a lot. It's a lot of years. It's all the years and a lot of money. But we got to start remembering the cap is going up almost 10% every year, probably for the next few years at least. $30 million in 5 years is not going to be the same as $30 million today in terms of percentage of the cap. But look, Jerami Grant's 29. Damian Lillard is on the clock. Like, that's a move you make in hopes of building around Damian Lillard.
Look, you're talking about 5 years, Jerami Grant. And look, the thing that I like about him most is that he improved his three-point shooting, shot close or right at 40%. So now, even as your athleticism drops, as long you've seen it with other players not add skill sets, I like Jerami Grant. I do worry about his contract at 34 years old. I know players are playing longer, but that's a lot of money.
I mean, he is in the middle of his prime, right? So you're going to get at least 3 years of that. And here's the thing about Jerami Grant. He's every bit of 6'10". He improved his three-point shooting. Offensively, you could use him in so many ways. You could throw him at the 5 position because he's capable.
Sorry to interrupt you, Kendrick Perkins. We have some breaking news right here on SportsCenter, if I could. Our Tim McMahon is reporting that Kyrie Irving has agreed to a 3-year deal here to return to the Dallas Mavericks. What's your reaction to that, Perk?
I love it. I think it's fair for both parties. A 3-year deal for the Mavs. I actually think the Mavs won in this one. A 3-year deal for Kyrie Irving is not too long, 4 or 5 years. And again, he deserved the money. Since he was traded, why are you making that face? But I'm just saying, okay, since he was traded to Dallas and he put on the Maverick uniform, he has showed up and showed out every single night that he was on the floor.
No disagreement there. I think Kyrie, again, he's a box office player, right? Look, he is that dude, a closer, all the things. They got to figure it out. They got to match up him and Luka, especially on the defensive end, how they pair that out. But ultimately, the reason why we didn't see that 4-year deal, right? Like, Kyrie as a person, talent-wise, is a 4-year deal. I think that 3 years is something like that was probably the thing that they were trying to negotiate.
Zach, I'm very curious to get your thoughts on this on our NBA Today free agency special that's coming up in just about 10 minutes. For now, Elle, we are reacting to the news that Kyrie Irving has agreed to a 3-year deal to return to the Dallas Mavericks. The biggest free agent is now off the board.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.